Most people struggle working with acrylics because the advice out there tells you basically need to work quickly in order to blend your paints because they dry so fast. So you take your colours and you add them to the paper as quickly as possible, and then you try and blend your colours together. So you'll add your paints and then use that brush to try and create these soft blended transitions that you then take a bigger, softer brush to try and soften. And sure, that works to an extent. I mean, it probably looks great on camera, but in real life, that just looks a bit patchy, a bit washed out, and not really very solid blending. So I'm going to give you this technique that I use that creates perfect, almost oil paint looking blends, but with acrylics. The beauty of acrylics is that we can work in layers. So that's exactly what we're going to do. The first thing, and it doesn't matter what subject you're trying to paint, is split up your subject into the areas of dark and the areas of light. So I'm not going to go completely black with this. I'm going to take some white and I'm going to mix my lightest shadow colour. And with this, I'm just going to block in really quickly, but quite carefully, my lightest shadow colour. Now, most people tell you to be quick when blending acrylics, but if you want really realistic looking blends, then actually that's the wrong advice. And you want to take things a little bit slower. Once you have those shadow areas mapped out, now you can start thinking about your light areas. And we're not going to just use pure white straight away. So I'm going to take a big chunk of white and I'm going to mix up what is probably going to be my sort of middle light value. So not my lightest light and not my darkest light. And I'm just going to come in and I'm going to block the two together. And I'm not worried about those edges just yet. I'm just creating these hard edges to start with. If we want to, we can take a little bit of that light colour, bring it over the top of that darker colour just to expand the two, but we're not creating a major transition. We're not trying to blend it completely and softly like oils just yet. Now what I can do is sort of mix those two colours together on my palette. And this is now going to create a little bit of our darkest light colour. And I'm just going to place that directly over the top of what we've just got down. So instead of now blending between those two colours, we're blending between a much smaller value range. And we're creating much subtler and softer transitions. The next thing that we can do is I want to go a little bit darker with this shadow because here is going to be our darkest part. So I'm going to take a little bit of the black and just create a slightly darker shadow colour. Now I'm not too bothered about getting perfect blending transitions just yet. Now we can let some of this paint dry if we need to. Now we're not trying to do it quickly, we're not trying to rush it. Just trying to be quite slow and quite precise with this. With oils, you can do it all quite quickly, but with acrylics, it's good to let it just sit for a while. I'm going to get a little bit more black and just continue to just darken this section just a touch. Rather than doing what they tell you to do in most videos, we're keeping it quite slow and quite subtle and quite precise. Now, this sort of like mid-tone colour that we got before, just going to get a little bit of that. And I want it to be darker than this section, but lighter than this section. And I'm just going to come in and just try and pop a little bit of this on there. So rather than doing the whole thing at once, like in that first bit, we're just taking our time, doing it section by section. Then I'm going to start to think about some of my lightest lights. So now I'm going to take my white and I want to go even lighter than I was over here. And just following the same principle, I'm just going to start to add that lighter area to the top up here. And that's not like my brightest highlight. It's not pure white. And because I'm keeping those differences between those values quite subtle, it's allowing me to blend quite smoothly rather than getting those massive differences. So you might not be able to see it on the camera, but this is actually looking a little bit wishy-washy still. But the good thing about acrylics is that we can work over the top with a new layer pretty much straight away. So that's exactly what we're going to do next. I'm actually going to try and lighten this whole thing a little bit because it's got a little bit dark. So I'm going to take some of my white and I'm just going to literally put a layer of this all over what I've got down so far, just to lighten pretty much everything. I'm just taking a little bit of water as well, and I'm now just bringing that over what we've got down. I'm just going to take a little bit more water, just very carefully, just lighten everything. Then I'm going to go a little bit darker again and get some of that dark colour. I'm just going to pop it a little bit lower than I had it last time. And just while that paint's still wet, because it's quite thin and quite watery and quite transparent, we're still getting some of that nice glow and nice form and value from what we've put underneath showing through. A little bit darker, just letting it blend nice and easily like that. And then I can take some of my white, and again, same thing, little bit of water, just start trying to find some of those lighter colours in there. And if I wanted to, a little bit of a pure white highlight, which gives the effect of like a shiny ball or something like that. Or if you wanted to soften it, I can just blend it back in nice and softly. And then already we're looking better than the last layer. So we can just keep on just softly adjusting things one layer at a time. And then let's just finish this off with a small little highlight, just with a tiny bit of pure white. But can you see how I'm sort of like blending wet over dry paint rather than wet into wet? It just makes the whole process a little bit easier, especially with acrylics, because you don't have that workability that you have with oils. You have to wait for the previous layer to dry to be able to get that smooth, nice looking finish. Hopefully you can see the difference between the two different paintings here. Here we've just got our darkest value and our lightest values, and we've just blended them together in sort of some sort of haphazard way that looks okay on camera, but then when you compare it to this method, where we have taken the time to place down our values and then blend between the values so there's a smaller difference between them, we can create much more subtle and smoother transitions that almost look like they've been painted with oils. And in next week's video, I'm going to show you how we can apply this value blending technique to more complex subjects. As always, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.